there's this guy at my work, right? And when I first started, he was so nice. Literally was like, hey, like, whatever. How's your day? He wasn't like exactly like that, but like, whatever. He was just really nice, really friendly, cool people. Okay? He told another coworker, oh my God, I like her. Like, tell her and then let me know how she's feeling. She told me. I said, man's is not my type. I come into work the next day. I'm thinking everything's fine, everything's cool, everything's great. Literally, man's ignores my presence. I'm not even there. I'm air. I'm like a ghost. This man will not make eye contact with me. He will not acknowledge my presence. And he literally, like, it's like I'm non-existent. Okay, cool. Like, that's the vibe we're on now? Okay, cool.
You rejected him. You said no. And he just let you be. The audacity. He refused to be in the friend zone. The only way you get inside the friend zone is if you put yourself there. He refused to be played with. He was there on a mission. The mission didn't go as planned, but he got his answer. And with his answer, he did with it what he pleased.
I could see how you would feel like, oh man, I thought we were really friends in the beginning, but now that we're not friends and I don't like you, now you switched up on me. But actually the man liked you. And then he told somebody, hey, I like her. Can you go see what she's about? So he was on that tip from the beginning. It's not like he switched up. He was trying to get close to you. He was trying to get next to you, and you didn't want that. That's why he was interested in you. Well, you should be interested in people more than that. Yeah, you guys work together, so he doesn't have to do that. I could see it was like y'all were working together, and then y'all were just friends. Oh, man, that's the homie. But that's not the way it started. I could see if y'all were friends first, but that's not the way it was. Y'all weren't friends. He was just being nice. And now we learned that he wasn't just being nice. He liked you, right? So when he extended forth the invitation, you declined it. He said, shoot, well, let me come to work and do my job. There's nothing wrong with that.
Do you think that you'd be doing right now if you weren't dating?
I probably have a lot more money.
You spend that much money on me?
Yeah, I do. Like gas money going everywhere. You know how much I spend? And if I'm hungry, I want snacks. That's like $10 right there. Like, look at this Gucci bag that I bought you. It was like $2,000. If I wasn't dating you, I'd probably have so much more money. And my car would probably be fully built right now. Instead of stuff. Do you know how much power I'd be? Why am I with you right now? I'd make so much more power in my car if I wasn't with you. Be fully built.
You care about your car more than me.
100%. I'm dropping off home right now. We're done. I'm breaking up with you.
What?
Yes, I just realized how much more fast my car would be if I wasn't with you.
You're a loser.
We're going home, all right? You're going home.
I mean, I know the woman wants to call him a loser, but let's look at the fact that there are a lot of women on TikTok talking about, I had to leave him because of my own happiness. But should a man choose to do the same thing, then all of a sudden he's a loser. That's crazy.
Baby, be in a relationship for one.
If
I ask you for your phone, I should be able to.
No, that's not what that means. This is my private property. Stop. Give me my fucking phone. No, you're doing too much.
Oh, see, now I know.
What do you know?
Now I know.
Imagine if I try to snatch your phone out of your fucking face.
I understand that. Watch out.
Where's
No.
your phone?
Watch out. You're not touching my phone.
Okay.
Now I know. You got something going on that you're not supposed to be doing because you always turn with your phone like that. Why you always in the bed or in the car or on the couch with your phone? I'm being rude.
I was having a good time. Please get out.
I'm not even trying to start with you.
You are.
I just had peeped at how you always move with your phone, and today's the day I want to really realize what's going on with your phone.
You don't pay.
What do you mean?
Bills.
What do you mean?
Stop.
Let me see. No. Let me see what's in this phone. Let me see what's in this phone.
Like, you're already watching.
Matter of fact,
insecure.
I'm insecure.
Looks like they're married.
Yeah.
I'm insecure. You could be putting me as your lock screen, and when you get with a you change your lock screen.
What? Who does all that, and what am I doing all that for?
So why you moving like that with your phone?
Right, because you don't pay my phone bill.
All right, so can you?
Other people's property.
Cool, I don't. You're
That's
right.
crazy work.
But can I?
That's my property. I pay my bill is crazy work. So if a man is paying the mortgage and you're not paying the bill, then whatever he says to do in that house, you got to do it because that's his property. Whatever he says to do with the cars and all that stuff, you got to do because that's his property. When we get in divorce court and you're talking about I get half because I'm a stay-at-home mom, no, you don't. You don't get anything because you didn't pay for anything. That's not your property. You see how weird that logic can get really fast?
Actual question?
What?
Can you open your phone for me real quick?
Really stressing me.
Can you just open your phone for me real quick?
I got ghosted on Father's Day. Not even a phone call. 31 and 25. guess they're upset because the wife and I are getting an amicable divorce. When I think about what I did for them, their first 20 years, you did the same. Tossed out grandkids. What grandkids? I've been ghosted.
Now, I wonder if they're going to see their mother, whom is also a part of the divorce. And if they're like, oh, he did my mom wrong, so I ain't going to see him. I wonder what story the mom spun up in order for them to alienate themselves or alienate their dad, I should say, automatically off rip to determine that he was a bad guy.
We're dating and I cheated.
We are dating.
Where'd you get that from?
Just now.
We just met 2 minutes ago.
And that's why we're together.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness?
Take me out to dinner first.
I be cooking.
So what would you make for me then?
Whatever you want.
Anything?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I'll Google it if I don't know it. You cute.
So again, if we were dating and I cheated on you.
If you had a reason for cheating though, did you get something out of it or was it just some coochie?
It was just coochie.
I won't be mad. It's cool.
Say what? So as long as I'm taking care of things at home, then we're good?
Yeah, but don't keep cheating on me.
What if I wanted an open relationship?
Can I be open too?
Not on your
I
end.
don't want to be open. That's okay. I mean, that's cool. I'm cool with that. I'd rather me know it than like be lied to. We all f*** up. We're not human. I mean, we're not perfect.
Nah, you might be bugging a little bit. You definitely got something going on in the background.
My friends is called playing chess, not checkers. Apparently Giselle, Tom Brady's ex-wife, and her boyfriend, the jiu-jitsu guy, just broke up. And it's all because of the Tom Brady roast. I mean, if y'all remember watching this, it was like 50% of the jokes about that. So seeing today that these two broke up today because of Tom Brady's roast and then being the subject of it, makes me think this roast was a game all along for Tom Brady. He knew by agreeing to this what was going to happen. He knew a bunch of jokes about Giselle and her new boyfriend were bound to come out. And so he said, you know what? F it. You left me for that guy? Y'all about to have some problems. And that is why Tom Brady will always and forever be the GOAT. No matter how many Super Bowl rings Patrick Mahomes ends up with, agreeing to a roast of yourself just to f with your ex-wife and her new boyfriend, who she left you for, just to dismantle everything they built, is the level of pettiness I aspire to be one day. I GOAT.
I think if I just read the news correctly, she just had a baby with a guy. I think that's the same dude. Let me check. Yeah, that's the same guy. Yep, that's the same guy. So apparently, whatever it was, they worked it out. But I would say, I mean, it don't really matter to Tom Brady. That man is over there living his best life. His best life, and that's it. He ain't worried. Man got a team that he's, minority owner in, commentary, all around the NFL, still got a Super Bowl ring. So that dude is doing pretty good for himself. Y'all know that bad baby girl? I think that's how you say her name. Apparently TMZ has a video of her fighting her mom. Let's see it. Oh, it's going crazy. A few hits in. Hey, listen, Danielle, your mom don't play those games. That's all I'm going to tell you. Listen, you got a few good licks in. Don't let that OF account get to your head. Mom looked like she got some hands. Mom looked like she been in the gym boxing or throwing a few punches. She looked like she been out in the street or something like that. You thought that you were going to come downstairs and do just a little bit? Keep your hands off of mama.
Talk about the number one thing that men absolutely love in women, and it's going to change from being hookup material to wifey material.
Yeah.
And that is showing appreciation and letting him be in his masculine and letting you be in your feminine. That means making him feel important. Men have egos, as we know. So stroking that ego just a little bit can make the biggest difference in the world. And that means things like asking for help bringing the groceries in, even though when you can do it yourself, or saying texts like, hey babe, I really appreciate you in my life. I don't know what I would do without you.
I know exactly who you are.
Ma'am, you need to go to the hospital.
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
Look who gave me his, what he called his green light. And my friend and I had a wonderful night. We connected. I found out his last relationship had been open and I didn't even know that. And it was so beautiful. I could not wait to tell my partner. I felt so connected to him, so in love. It was one of the two most validating experiences in my life on this journey so far. And so I left my friend's place. I called him immediately. I was like, babe, I can't wait to tell you everything. Thank you so much. Like, this feels so special. I'm so grateful. And just silence on the line. And then all he says is, I can't believe you did it.
Something ain't right.
Listen, it's validating because, well, it's a great experience for you because you think that you can live in some sort of freedom. I can be free to be me and I don't have to what was about to happen was she was about to start telling him all of the other stuff that she was feeling and that she wanted to do. And she thought she was about to go down this road of, well, I want to explore this and I want to get into that and I want to do this. And it's not, it's one thing to tell your partner about your desires, but it's another thing for those desires to keep getting worse, for them to devolve into, oh, well, I'm just here living for pure pleasure and no discipline. Everybody, or just about everybody, wants to do something that they know they probably should not be doing. That's just the human nature of it. What you were about to do was follow those urges even more. The man just gave you some rope and let you tie yourself up. And that's what you did. And you went out there, tied yourself up, and the man left you there, laying on the ground. I'm not going, oh, I just didn't know. I just wouldn't. No, I'm going to leave you right there because you knew you shouldn't have done that. Now that lets me know where your head is at. I'm going to be out. You have a good day.
Every angry, bitter misogynist was once a sensitive romantic who worshipped women. I recently realized that your average teenage boy puts women on such a pedestal. Like, he wants to conquer the world for that girl in math class. And then he gets exposed to stuff like this. He gets jaded and bitter at how complicated, even impossible it is to please women. It's like, my intentions are so pure. I would go to the ends of the earth if you would just tell me clearly what you wanted. But you duck, you're making it hard on purpose. You are not doing yourself or anybody a favor when you put someone on a pedestal. Women are not angels of light and mercy. They are human. So sometimes nice, sometimes contrary, hypocritical, ruthless, judgmental, or stupid. The challenge is to let go of your attachment to female validation, to become internally motivated with a strong sense of self and purpose. To find meaningful companionship that's not romantic, so you stop caring so much what every random woman says or does. I actually think women hate being put on a pedestal. What I want, what I think women want, is a man on a mission. Ambitious, optimistic, resilient, with energy and a sense of purpose that I admire and believe in. To him, life has meaning. He does what he thinks is right, whatever people say. What makes a man attractive, a good leader, competent, a good father? In my eyes, they're all the same question.
These are all good, but they still want to be put on a pedestal. That's why they say, well, we want a man. Some of them say, well, I want a man that loves me just a little bit more than I love him. That's the way my grandmother told me to do it. They say that type of stuff. Or, well, you know, I'm the princess in the situation. We both can't be princesses. So yeah, there's a lot of them out there that want to be put on a pedestal.
One man put it, you can tell me what to do or you can tell me how to do it, but not both. And we usually do both. Honey, would you load the dishwasher? No, like this. And we withhold affection, we withhold sex. I know a woman who said, oh, I just don't feed him. Like literally withholding food.
Withholding admiration, appreciation, participation, or sex.
Participation's another one, yes. Accountability, affection, attention, withholding attention. Women think men are ignoring them because we're really good at ignoring you.
It's a subtle way to almost punish perceived maladaptive behavior or...
Almost punish?
Well, it's the attempt to, right? Or it does also in a relationship,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, these YNs getting a little too bold out here now. One bird-chested fella gonna come up to me talking about some, hey, can I pump your gas? I'm like, okay, go ahead, sweetie. So I let him pump my gas, and I see him waddling to the driver's side of the car. And I'm sitting there ready, just ready for something to pop off. He trying to talk to me, yada, 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 whatever. In the middle of his compliment, he gonna stop and look at me like this. I'm looking up like, what? He gonna say something. You a boy?
Nobody wants a single mom with multiple baby daddies. Tell it to Jeff Bezos. Why don't you tell it to one of the richest men on the planet? Because Lauren Sanchez got 3 kids, 2 baby daddies, and was a single mother. And one of the richest men on the planet scooped her up. Put a big old rock on her hand. 2 baby daddy gang is up right now. 2 baby daddy gang is up right now. And it's crazy because, like, don't some of y'all got stepdaddies? So are you saying that, like, nobody wanted your mom? Like, when you were, like, when it was just you and your mom, and then your mom got, like, a partner, and that's your stepdad, like, nobody wanted your mom. Like, your mom was, like, damaged goods. Y'all are kind of crazy for saying shit like that, for real. And, like, don't some of you, like, some of you have step parents and step siblings. So it's like, you guys are talking, like, real out of pocket. Like, that's real crazy. Most of y'all don't even have, first of all, you guys are broke. Most of y'all don't even have daddies, so to be talking about daddies, it's not in your jurisdiction to be talking about.
A report from the U.S. Census Bureau reveals that 62% of new moms in their early 20s are unmarried. The report also found that 36% of all moms were unwed in 2011, up from 31% in 2005. In families with incomes less than $10,000, that number goes up to 69%. Single moms are one of the most disadvantaged groups in the U.S. Nearly 30% of their families live under the poverty line, according to the U.S. Census, as compared with 62% of families with married parents. 18.4% of all births in the U.S. in 1980 were to unmarried women. 40.6% of all births in the U.S. in 2008 were to unmarried women. Okay, let's skip down. 25 million children are growing up without fathers in the home. That's 40% of the kids in America, as reported by the Center for Children and Families. A couple of bullet points here. 40% of all live births in the U.S. are to single mothers. 90% of welfare recipients are single mothers. 70% of gang members, high school dropouts, teen unalivings, teen pregnancies, and teen substance mishandling come from single mother homes. Statistically, a child in a single parent household is far more likely to experience mishandling, commit unaliving, continue a cycle of poverty, become substance dependent, commit an act of harm, or perform below his peers in education. So I think instead of kind of looks like you're bragging, maybe you should be like, how can we control this? How can we stop this? You know what I mean? This is not, oh, well, look at Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos is one of the richest dudes in the world. Number one. Number two, once again, if we look at her situation, she actually worked in the same circles that he did or does. Like, she's in news, right? So, or whatever it was. Like, whatever it is, she's in the same section as he is. And she would actually be able to possibly bring him connections. You know what I mean? There are some modern women that don't do that for a man. They just bring their kids in another bill. So, yes, nobody would want a woman like that.
I just showed up at my parents' house because my baby's there. I want to see my baby because I haven't seen my baby in days. And I'm being told that I'm not going to see my baby. So I showed up at my parents' house, knock on the door. My dad answers the door with his arms crossed. He hasn't seen me in 6 months. He hasn't talked to me in 6 months. He said, "Can I help you?" Not like that. Hold on. Not like that. Hold on. I got to show you how he did this. Because it's definitely part of it. "Can I help you?" I'm like, "Yeah, is my baby here?" "You need to leave. You are not allowed to be here." I'm like, "I'm here to see my baby. I'm not here to see you. I'm here to see my baby." "Amber, you need to go get help. You need to take care of her mental illness." Also, he's like real close to me. He's like trying to like scare me, which it doesn't scare me. It just makes me sad that my dad is trying to scare me and that my dad is against me. It makes me sad. Long story short, I did not see my baby. I lost my shit. It's like screaming at the top of my lungs, as if there was like a death or something. I have no regrets. I am losing my mind. I'm doing everything I possibly can. I can only do so much because I don't have money just flowing out of my ass. I swear on my life that I will not stop until I get justice for all of this. This is not fair, not just to me, but also to my baby. My baby needs me. My baby wants me. My baby loves me. And there's nothing that you can ever do to take that from her or me. I promise you there's not. You're my soon-to-be ex-husband. If this is only for you. Hey, I'm just wondering, what the f is your problem? If you're too scared to comment, or if you're, for legal reasons, you're not able to comment, have one of your friends or something comment, because I actually cannot wrap my head around it. The only thing that seems rational to me is just to hurt me. And you're doing a good job at it. You're trying really hard to knock me down, and you do knock me down most days, but I always get right the f up. None of this would be happening right now if I wouldn't have left you. I would be at home with my baby right now, and you're home. But I would be miserable. Would I rather have my baby and be miserable? Honestly, I do think about it. It will be the best day of my life when I get my baby back. And no matter what, I would never teach her hate. No matter how much I hate you, I will never teach her to hate. She'll figure it out on her own. Love isn't about all the materialistic things that you think it is. You're so emotionally unavailable, it's not even funny. I tried so hard to bring your heart out of you because I did see goodness in you. Thank you for teaching me a really hard lesson, but you taught me to never, ever, ever try to fix someone again. The next person that I'm with is going to bring peace into my life. Did you get the email saying that divorce will be final December 5th? It's a really long time, but I actually am really excited because 2025, I'll be able to start a new year without you, and it's going to be the best fucking year of my life. Just got to find a positive in everything,
I just had a conversation that was honestly infuriating, and I thought I'd come on here and talk about it, and it's about how you break up with someone. So because of what I do, my friends know that they can reach out to me for advice, and they have to actually be my friend though. That's one of the things. It can't be like the only time you reach out to me, which makes this all the more infuriating. So this is someone I've known a really long time, but usually when he's dating someone, he is not a very good friend. He really struggles to balance those parts of his life. And he reached out because he's been dating someone for, almost 2 years. She's lovely. Honestly, I mean, when I met her, I was like, oh, okay, because she's really great. And sometimes he's like, not that great. So anyway, I hadn't talked to him in a long time, and I took the call because I was curious. And he tells me he wants to break up with her, and he wants to know how to do it so he doesn't hurt her. Which is hilarious because a breakup, even when you instigate, even when you agree should happen, is still going to hurt because there's someone in your life who was there a lot and then suddenly they're not. The first thing I asked him was like, have you guys been talking about what's going on in the relationship? Like, is this a conversation that would be a continuation of other conversations? And he said no. He said no. They hadn't talked about it. So she thinks everything's fine. They literally just went away for like a weekend together over Christmas break. And he admits had like a really, really good time. But he said part of it was because he wasn't worried anymore because he knew he was going to break up with her. I mean, this is when I start thinking like, I don't think I even want to be friends with you anymore because, oh my God, that is so, so mean. He said he hadn't talked to her about anything that he'd been thinking about for a while because he didn't want to get into a whole fight about it. And I said, so you'd rather just blindside her and tell her? And he said he wanted to do it like ripping off a Band-Aid. Hey, you rip off a Band-Aid when a wound is healed or like it's time to tear it off. You don't just tear it off to cause pain, to just like. So I asked him, how do you think this is going to make her feel when you blindside her like this? And he said, well, it'll be cleaner because it'll all just be like at once instead of drawn out over weeks or months. Again, this is not someone he dated for 3 months or even 6 months. This is almost 2 years. And they were talking about moving in together the last time I talked to him. So I asked him, like, are you sure you guys haven't talked about anything at all? And he said, no, I've been hiding it really well. Like he was proud of himself. So I said, you would rather have this woman who you said you loved question her whole reality, question her whole ability to read someone else's signals or signs, question her understanding of how someone who says they love her should treat her, question the people she chooses. So on top of the trauma of suddenly not being with somebody you love and having to get over that, you also want her to doubt herself in all of these ways and have that piled on top of it. He didn't really know what to say to that. And I think by then it was pretty clear to him how I felt about it. We did not end the call very well. The other lesson here is for myself. I'm no longer responding to or answering the call of people who only call me when they need help and never to see how I'm doing. And don't respond to me otherwise, like invitations, until they need something from me.
Even if I hand him some of the blame, oddly enough, this seems like what most modern women do, and they turn everything about them. And that's what it seems like you're doing. You don't really even know this woman, to be honest with you. And he did say something that was kind of interesting. Maybe it wasn't anything to you, but maybe it should be something that you consider when trying to do your little counseling, because it sounded like you were totally on her side, and maybe you didn't really try to figure out where he was coming from. Whatever he said, I don't want it to be a whole fight or a long drawn out, whatever it is. Well, why would it be a fight? Have you guys been having fights in the past? Or is it just that, you don't feel like she's your person? Because if you just don't feel like she's your person, you owe it to her to talk to her. But if you guys are always having fights, then I can sympathize and understand why you would just want to leave quietly. There was a man that was dating a woman, and they got in so many fights. This is something that she admitted. They got in so many fights until one day he said, I'm going to the store. Do you want anything? She said no. He went to the store and never came back. And she was trying to figure out why. She was trying to call him. I think one way or another, she ended up after a while trying to get a hold of him, and she actually did. And that was the reasoning, because I didn't want to fight about it. I knew you were going to try to go back and forth, and it was going to be a whole big thing. And I didn't want to put myself in a position where something bad happened. So that's why I did it the way that I did it. I think, you're making him the criminal, when I think maybe there were some other questions that you could have asked him to get a better understanding of the situation, instead of just really honestly and truly taking her side.